guys, hello, Mary meets everybody, MicheleMarieDalene. Yes, I am still here. Yes, I'm still alive. Yes, our internet still works. And yes, we did okay. However, there was an earthquake in Mexico in the state of Tabasco state of 8.1. Fortunately, as I understand it, there was unfortunately some deaths, but they said it was the strongest earthquake for the Mexican state of Tabasco in over a century. So it does indicate to me that yes, the weather is the solar events. I'm going to see if I can try to get this thing all square. Yeah, that's not square. No, it's not. No. And of course, so like Sherry said to me yesterday, is I thought it was supposed to be coffee with Michele and Wilmy. Where's the coffee? Well, right now, today, we do got the coffee, and it's with us here. Yay. So anyway, I went to my doctor's appointment, which is a follow-up for the, and I also had a chance to talk to Dr. Lemmy about the copay thing that his receptionist was insisting that I pay. And he was a bit upset with that because he says, I personally never had a problem with you with your billing, and usually for them to try to tell you that you got to pay a copay is absolutely positively ridiculous. It doesn't make a damn bit of sense at all. I'm just trying to see if we can get this in. That's better. So, he said to me, hi Russ, come on. He said, your foot, he said, you still got 2 spots of swelling on it. You still have a very slight temperature of, but for your body, it's actually really within normal. So I wouldn't even really call it a fever at all because it's 99 degrees. Your body's temperature is about average for you is about 99. So I wouldn't really be so concerned about that. But when I look at your foot, and I see the 2 swell marks, and I see all the bite marks and all the scratches, he says, and I still see red spots. They said to me, that makes me a little bit uncomfortable, because I definitely think you should definitely still be continuing to take antibiotic. And since you're not allergic to penicillin, he said that's great, because there's certainly not many more we can still use, as you mentioned about the antibiotic-resistant superbugs that are coming into the existence in the medical field. We didn't go too much into it, but he did agree with me on that. So, what's the story with Irma, Joe, Jose, and Katia? Irma is definitely going to wipe the state of Florida clean. I mean, literally. She's going to go in like a giant Roomba, and she's going to go with one go on line, she's going to go in a straight line, and she's just going to go whisk, 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 scrub, 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 blow everything over, flood the place, then blow it over again, flood the place, all the way up into the panhandle. And then, of course, she's going to maybe possibly slightly veer eastward, and then she's going to finish her cleaning action by working on South Carolina and Virginia, West Virginia, and, of course, Georgia. So, of course, FEMA has already said straight out to President Trump, look, this is going to cost us a lot of money. We don't know if we're going to be able to afford paying for every single one of these disasters. And it's going to get really expensive. And they are. Already, it's very extremely rare when you see one hurricane followed by another hurricane right after each other, both at category 4 and 5s. It's almost like once one in a trillion, and then you see another hurricane behind that, which would potentially could be a category 3 or category 4. I'm talking about Jose. And then after that, even though she's kind of small, Katia is kind of also potentially going to, again, kind of be like the final rinse and polish over the Caribbean. I mean, this is just amazing, the amount of damage that is being done. And at the same time, the sun is blowing CMEs like some man or woman eating beans. I mean, and blowing farts. I mean, jeez. I mean, of course, you know what that means, right? That means that we are always under constant barrel risk of getting another coronal mass ejection, possibly heading this way. But apparently, the group that is the one that's pooping them out is the Sunspot group is turning away from us. So maybe we won't have to deal with any more of the repercussions from the CMEs for a while. But that's certainly something to consider at all times. Now, yes, we are having our live stream on Sunday, since obviously our computers did not get damaged in the process. Rusty, come on, cat. Hey. Yeah, since the computers did not get damaged in any way, the internet will be up. By the way, did all these CMEs cause any kind of, besides potentially 8.1 in Tabasco State of Mexico, the earthquake? Yeah, they did. There was also an issue with, how in the heaven's name did you, oh, yeah, I know, yeah. I got this needle and thread tangled up in this roll of category 5 wire, and this has got a nice regular sewing needle on the end of it. So, very, 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 very interesting, to say the least, about what's going on with the weather. And people who are in the know and understand the events around us are all kind of saying the same thing, is that this is just unbelievably crazy. How much damage that we have seen in a short time. And we're likely to see more of it, more damage, as things are ramping up. It's almost like the final hurrah of a fireworks display, like right near the end of the show, when there's just so many fireworks left and they want to use them all in the grand finale, because of this, in this case the solar minimum is coming. So yeah, so it's just kind of weird the way it all plays out. As far as the wildfires on the West Coast go, I don't know anything about those. I really don't. Doesn't mean I'm stupid. It just means I haven't been keeping up with them. That I do know from what Lisa Haven has said, that this is becoming a real problem for people on West Coast, because so much smoke. And also there was earth concern of a small town, I think it was called Soda Town, Idaho, or that was experiencing some, for its location, which is about an hour away from Yellowstone, was seeing 5.2s, 5.4 earthquakes. So, and also somebody asked me, I started asking a question. We have these categories, right? For example, I was thinking about this with category hurricanes and the tornadoes too. In both tornadoes and hurricanes, we say that a 5 is the strongest you can get. Okay, F5 tornado, EF5 tornado, in a category 5 hurricane. Well, if we start seeing a lot of Category 5s, where the winds and the stuff is just beating all records, then what happens if we have a Category 6? Does the system allow that to be happening where you can have a Category 6 event as well? The same is true when you talk about pH. And other testing means, but let's talk about, in this case, about tornadoes, hurricanes, and solar flares. The idea that you can have a hurricane from 1 to 5 and a tornado from EF1 to EF5, I think in some cases maybe a little bit short range sight, because we already seeing that Irma isn't going to play by no Category 5 rules. With winds exceeding 185 miles an hour in part, she has certainly demonstrated that one day there'll be some hurricane out there that'll come up with 200 mile an hour winds, 300 mile an hour winds, maybe in about 50, 60 years. Tornadoes that are extreme beyond the standard EF5s. You're going to see, at least I can say with the case of the solar system, the solar flare indexes, it kind of, in the CMEs, it kind of makes sense when you say X1, which is 10 times stronger than an M flare, which is, 13, 10 times stronger than a C-class flare. Well, if that's the case, does that mean if there's ever a Z flare, that it'll be 2 times stronger than an X flare? And then the ejecta part of it is pretty linear as well. It's not like the Richter scale, which seems to go in logarithmic levels, or the natural logarithms. So I think it'll be interesting to see what happens in the plays out in the future. But as we are starting to see weather changes now that are definitely affecting us. I brought my purse outside. I don't usually bring it outside because I had to. I just came in from my doctor's appointment, and I wanted to make sure to catch up with everybody instead of basically waiting to drop everything else out of the house and then come inside. So what I'm going to do is I want to show you the weather forecast, since obviously I've got that right here. Anyway, so let's go to the weather channel on my phone here, and then we will go through the numbers. Right now it is 21 degrees Celsius. It is mostly cloudy, which is very accurate. It feels like 21 degrees Celsius. Wind is northwest at 19 kilometers per hour. Humidity is at 51%. UV index is moderate at 3, which is surprising considering the fact is that this CME has probably pushes back the magnetic field that protects the Earth against strong solar rays, is being temporarily being pushed and compromised. But then, of course, it is overcast and it's getting ready to wrap it up soon for the night. The dew point is at 10 degrees Celsius. Sunrise this morning was at 6:25 a.m. Sunset tonight will be at 7:14 p.m. If I go for the next 3 days, I see that for today, the expected high was a little bit higher than expected. It was supposed to be 18. It was actually 21. I had expected low tonight would be about 8 degrees Celsius. Saturday, the high will be about 18 degrees, and 8 is a low. 10% chance of precipitation. It'll be mostly sunny. Sunday, the day of our live stream, will be a high at 21 and a low of 9, with 10% chance of precipitation, and it will be partly cloudy. And if I look at the extended forecast for the next few days, I see one day trying to sneak in an Indian summer-like day, but it's a little far out, so I'm not going to go ahead and give it, because I don't think it's really that big of a difference anyway. A majority of the days are going to be in the low 20s. So that just tells you what's going on with the weather. And last thing, according to Yahoo Mail says that on the 20th will be the last day that older iOS devices will receive mail on their system from using the automatic mail fetch system. As far as I'm concerned, Yahoo, if that's the case, that's going to be the day I basically walk away from you and tell you to go kiss my behind, because I'm surprised that you're going to continue to support my BlackBerry, but you're not going to continue to support my regular other account. That's so stupid, it's ridiculous. Now let's be honest, this is BlackBerry 7OS 7.1, and it's going to be continuing to be supported by Yahoo, which is nice, but I really think it's kind of stupid that you're trying to say that my iPhone, which has been known to be more precise and more protected, because it's most up to date, even if it is a few revisions old, is no longer going to be welcome to receive updates from your system, from mail bundles. So that's kind of stupid. In case of what has happened with the Equifax and the hacks, I wanted to talk about that because that's really a lot of people's personal data. Several billion people have had their personal information leaked. Equifax was aware of this as of by June 30th, and they did their best to try to find out what's going on. People did not like to appreciate the fact that they were not informed. Some of them are not actually customers in the sense that they are, it's a credit reporting bureau. In addition to having their person's credit scores, the crackers got their personal social security numbers, their driver's license numbers, their addresses, their personal phone numbers, their cell phone numbers, and a lot of other very nice, sensitive data, which nobody wanted them to have, which means that now there's 2 lawsuits being filed by 2 different attorney organizations. One is a high-profile attorney group, and the other one is a little bit less known, but definitely is still filing a civil class action lawsuit. And I bet you anything, more than likely, you are in that file. I say you, I mean anyone in my audience has probably had their information compromised. So if I find out how you can contact the 2 attorneys and join the class action lawsuit, I will pass it on to you so that you can go ahead and see if you qualify as well. Because that is one thing that they said, that the payout could be enormous for civil penalties for their behavior of allowing the information to fall into enemy hands. And let's be honest, hackers are enemies. They're not your friends. Oh, actually, let's be honest here. When I say hackers in this case, I don't mean the bad kind, not the good kind of hackers like me, which work on things to try to improve on technology. Those, the good guys, wear the white hats. There, that's what they call us. They call those the white hat hackers. But the black hats, well, they're not out there for your benefit. Trust me, they're out there for their own ill gains. So be aware of that. So lastly, don't forget, it will be on Sunday night, 6 p.m. It's September 10th, Eastern Time. We will be having our live stream. All are welcome to join. It's free. All you have to do is you just gotta have a regular registered YouTube account to join the chat. If you just want to watch the stream and you don't personally care one way or the other, well, then you can watch the links as we do through Facebook and Tumblr and Twitter and Google+. But if you want to actually participate in the stream, you need to have a registered YouTube account so that you... What's the coffee for? Yours? Yeah, sure. I got one right here. All right. So again, we'd love to have you for the questions. We'd love to have you on the show. I know a lot of people have got questions about the world around them, what's going on with all the horrible things with North Korea, South Korea. what could have happened with the coronal mass ejection, which did not happen. Could have been very serious. We could have lost a lot of our infrastructure. Fortunately enough, we did not lose our infrastructure. We were very fortunate that way.
Excuse me, Michele. Do you have your watch on?
What's it?
What time does your watch say?
3:33.
Okay, at quarter of, can you go in there and take the brownies out of the oven?
Okay, so let me take the stuff out of the oven.
At quarter to at 3:45.
Okay, how many things are in the oven?
Just
one?
brownies.
Just take the fries out.
Brownies!
Alright. Alright, so it was 3:45. Take the fries out of the oven.
Take the brownies out of the oven.
Okay.
What are you taking out of the oven?
The only thing that you say is in there, fries.
No, brownies.
Oh, brownies. Okay, okay.
So what are you taking out of the oven?
Brownies.
Okay.
Which is the only thing in the oven.
Right.
Okay. She's been kind of on the edge lately. Yeah, she has been. Alright, so thank you guys for watching this, and at least I can say that everything over here in this system fared well. We didn't lose anything, technology or anything as far as I can see. And keep me in your prayers with my leg. I know it's doing better, but you know, my foot and my leg, different parts of my body, different legs and feet, but they can still always use your prayers anyway. And I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye bye everybody.